Okay, Jeff, we're on. So welcome.
Yay.
And thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us your experience from the mBIT training and what you are doing at the moment now with your coaching practice using mBIT as part of that.
Absolutely. So my name's Jeff Kidner and I run Creating Fabulous Futures. I'm a mindset creator, I like to call myself, and I'm helping what was the term I like to use? Unhappy achievers. So it's usually high performing people who sort of hit a block with mindset. And I specialize in anxiety. So as you can see, I'm coming from my caravan in West Wales today. When I was looking, I came across mBIT just because I was looking for another modality. So I use NLP as my main framework. I'm a master coach in NLP, and I've trained in a few things around that, like meditation and Reiki and kinetic shift and tapping. But I wanted something, like sometimes, because I work with a lot of teenagers as well, and there's sometimes where there's trauma, I find NLP can be a bit direct and a little bit clunky. So I was looking for something that would be a bit softer, but had a similar, reaction and response from the client. And I came across braining and read around it, and I was like, oh, that's it. I think that would be the missing link. And when it said that it takes your NLP to the next level, I was like, oh, I'm really intrigued now. So I did book to do it in South Wales, but something happened with that, so I couldn't do it. And then it was suggested that I came to you in Blackpool, and I'm glad I did, because I had an awesome experience. It was quite phenomenal. I'm still in touch with all the class as well. So it was more than just a training course. It extended my network, and because I'm not trained by the same certifying board as you guys in NLP, it was quite interesting to see the different takes on it. So it was a massive learning experience. But I think as well, what I've noticed with it, because I use it with every single client now, is the results I've been getting have been amazing with NLP. But with the mBIT as an add-on, it's exponentially changing the difference it can make. It's phenomenal. It really is phenomenal. And I think it's because people relate to it. It's very relatable. It's very simple. And when you talk about, perhaps it's the way I use my NLP mind, but it's like when I was saying, think everything's in your unconscious mind, use your unconscious mind. People don't really get what that is. Yeah. But when you say then your unconscious mind's all the way through your body and it's in your head, your heart, and they get it like that. Even the teenagers really get it. And I'll always remember the first time using it, coming off the training, and I had a client, and she was only 15. And she walked out and finished. She looked amazing when she walked out. She'd had the blissful moment and the whole lot. She looked amazing. And she said to her gran on her way out, because the gran comes with her, and she said, I can't believe I haven't been speaking to my heart, gran. And it's like, that's phenomenal, isn't it? And but I think every client who's gone through this, have all said, oh my God, that is so powerful. And I've even taken it now. So when I finish with them, I record a meditation for them using the mBIT so they can carry on using it. So I know that the clients, when they finish their coaching intervention with me, I know they're going to be going on and using that. So for me, it's a no-brainer. As an NLP coach, it increases the results you get exponentially. I can't even put a number on it. It's phenomenal. It is really phenomenal. And I'm not being dramatic. I see it in the clients. I see it every day. I use it on myself, and it's just phenomenal. I highly recommend. Absolutely.
I love the way, Jeff, that you shared yesterday in our mBIT community, that you shared the meditation that you'd done yesterday morning. And, that's the power of this stuff, isn't it? Even just that, demonstrating that you can sit there yourself and integrate all your own multiple intelligences and come up with a beautiful meditation that you're able then to share with everybody. That was
absolutely
just gorgeous.
Absolutely. And even last night, because on a Sunday night, I sometimes do a live in my Facebook group.
Right.
And we were talking about productivity, but then if you're not aligned and you're not congruent and everything's working at the optimum, you're not going to get the best productivity. So we talked productivity and a few sort of physical tips, and then we tagged on a little mBIT meditation on the end, and they loved it, absolutely loved it. So I got to say, I've incorporated it into every aspect of my work now. It's almost like fused. It's like they're not separate modalities anymore. It's all one thing. And I think at master's level, it works like that anyway, because you're pulling bits and pieces from everywhere. So I would hate to think anyone look at the work I do, they probably think, what is this? Because it's not standard NLP or anything, because I've adapted it. I've taken a bit of this, a bit of that, a bit of this.
Absolutely.
But you do what's right for the client, and that's how you get the best results, I think. So it's just so complementary.
Yeah, and that's another thing with mBraining, is that it is that intuitively led. I think for many coaches out there who want something that is a modality that allows them to be, intuitively led, so that they can engage their own inner wisdom and their own inner guidance, because actually that's where mBraining starts, really, isn't it? As a coach, to integrate your own multiple brains, so that when you're coaching people, you are being intuitively led by your own multiple brains, and
Absolutely.
you're integrated, so that your coach state then enables your clients to engage and integrate their multiple brains as well.
Oh, totally. And I think the language that comes with it is so simplistic but powerful.
Yeah.
The rapport levels that you have between you are really strong, and I think it makes the whole transformational coaching, because I'm not a coach that just comes for, what have you done this week, and it's not an accountability session. We're really changing, transforming lives. So getting it to that rapport at that level makes it so much easier to know what the right thing to do for the client is. So it just takes it to another level. I can't put enough praise behind it. And I was a bit, and when you go into something new, you think, "Ooh, is this going to work?" And the fact that I'm dragging myself 5 hours north to Blackpool, I'm like, am I doing the right thing now? But I'm so glad I did, because I don't know, it gives us so much more flexibility and adaptability. So as you're talking to someone, you know what it's like when you're coaching, you're like, "Oh, could use that on that, could use that. Oh, mBIT's going to be perfect for that. And I can take a bit of that, put a bit of mBIT on the end." And you're almost formulating what you're doing as you're speaking. And it just gives, it bends everything up. It makes everything malleable. That's the best way to put it, because rather than having clunky bits of modality coaching stuck together, this makes it all flow really gently. And just and I'm doing that because that's how I'm talking when I talk about mBIT. Follow the waves, do your breathing, and it's just, and I find it myself. I was in traffic today and I'm thinking, just get your balanced breathing going. And it's almost like it's anchored now. As soon as I start breathing that way, it's like, boom, I'm there straight away.
Wonderful.
So, I love it.
Well, thank you so much, Jeff. Can you just let people know where they can find you? So where can they find you if they want to know more about your mBIT coaching and want to experience that with you?
Absolutely. So I'm on Facebook as Creating Fabulous Futures, and I'm on LinkedIn as Jeff Kidner. And the website is elitebreakthrough.co.uk.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Jeff. I really appreciate your time, and just continue doing your fantastic work. Thanks, Jeff.
I will. Pleasure. Bye.
Bye.